redo this entire thing once again. Redo this entire thing. It's not even close, not even basic blocking. Redo the entire thing before then get running. Then we have Anupama, Dina. Okay, so more of a Roman style. Okay, this pose looks nice. These are nice. This is bit like okay, Roman warrior, like flowy garment and all. Okay, that's nice. This looks nice. Pose is fine. Like this particular pose is very bad. Like, so go for something else. Okay, nose is kind of fine. There is this joint from here, not from here. It don't look different. It looks same. It looks nice, sharp nose. Like why everybody has to make this broad nose? Here definition is missing. All the teeth are missing. Side wise, I can see they have tried some structure. Yes, okay. But make sure it looks natural and there's no detail. So nothing can be done. And then we have the Canadian Burma Muslim Prakash. Not mm, no, I'm like literally like all the nose are usually like easiest one. It's like the face, yes, the same thing. Attention, like give it proper attention to detail, check everything, observation, work on your observation, observe everything properly. Like whatever you see, take a reference, whatever you see, try to replicate that, same to same. Somewhere you check right. Huh. Okay, now come back to okay, okay, Hari is not there. He asked something, but okay, all submissions like
Excuse
I
me,
guess
sir.
yes, yes. Tell me.
So actually, I had a few questions. Can I ask?
Yes, yes, yes.
So, is there any way to retain the details after dynameshing from high subdivision levels, the details which we put in? Is there any way to retain that?
Yes.
So, can you show us?
Yes. No, I won't show. That's okay. Let's suppose I take this. So let's see. This is I'm creating something. Mm, okay, let's do random detail. This dynamic system and add some. Oh, Let's say like I created something. So if I dynamize this again, half of things will be gone. No, will be gone, right? That's I want to retain all the details. So there are like two ways. Either increase the resolution of dynamesh and then redynamesh. It will retain almost everything. Or like control shift or like control shift D or create one more pair, separate pair, and this is what you want to like you want to retain it. So what you can do, with all subdivision, control D, this thing, control D one more time, and go to project. Usually this distance I'll keep it to like point one, and I don't change anything. Project all. So here is a mesh with three level of subdivision. All subdivision in it, everything is there, decent model, and all the details. That I guess that answers your question.
So yesterday I tried out a different method which sort of worked. I freeze the subdivision levels first, then
Hmm.
I dynamized it, and after
Hmm.
giving the details, I reconstructed the subdivision levels. It
Huh,
sort of
that also
worked,
works.
but uh,
That also
they
perfectly
had a
works, but
few.
sometimes it give you errors. Some details misplaced from here and there create some artifacts.
Yeah,
Sometimes, yeah. So that's the kind of works for a simpler shapes and structure. But if you have like good quality detail or like really fine details, that time it doesn't work. So you can either try this subdivision, this technique, project it, or you can just simply increase the subdivision level and then read animation. Increase the this thing resolution of dynamics and read animation. It will almost retain 80-90% detail.
okay, sir. Sam, can you upload the references? So you're gonna give us references for our model, right?
Huh. I uploaded that. You can't access
On
that.
Moodle.
Moodle.
Okay.
If you want, I can create a separate folder and mail it to everyone. I can do that as well.
Yes,
That's also like
that will be better.
okay, I'll do that. No problem. That's something I'll do at the end of the day today only. No, and practice religiously practice every day, 2 3 hours, 4 hours, and like make it a habit. Like it's for everyone. Like because industry you have to work for 7 hours in one 6 to 7 hours in one stretch, right? So like practice that and start doing it and keep your focus and channelize your energy and work. This is high time work and get all the required skills. That one and two. Okay, just give me a minute. I'll check. Moodle is in the upload. Second, we just sent me his file. Okay, done. It looks kind of fine. That's nice. Slightly down. Like volume wise, it looks fine. It's like a structure wise, I can see it looks nice. Maybe slightly little bit more round like volume here. Otherwise, it looks nice. This is nice. Like I surprisingly I can like see like lots of you can like sculpt and all, but it's not doing it. Here the same thing. Structure is fine. This looks fine. Slightly down. And like whenever creating something like this, make sure there's no depression here because in actual skull, when you're going to create the actual head, that time this thing is not acceptable. This right now only for the ear it's fine, but it's not acceptable. Okay, this looks nice. Eye looks pretty nice. Oh, my bad. This is like personal, sir. I have hard time joining. Yeah, that's true. Like, but why? This side is saying like every day you stuck somewhere. I don't know. I can see like you're joining, but there's a like issue. This is a really nice eye. Like, oh, nice. Or just try to reinstall your Zoom. Then there's some issue with Zoom. You should check. There is kind of look fine only. Yeah. Okay. Oh, my bad. Like focus a little bit more on shape. This is like very nice, nicely done. This part goes slightly inside. That's it. Otherwise, it's very nice, nicely done. This is like I don't have any complaint with this. Only thing like you can like modify, like you can add more details. Like this is slightly inside and make it like this thing. Add a little bit more bulge. Yeah. All this. So the smooth transition. Like that's the only thing. And no, this is that's fine. Maybe slightly narrow from here. Otherwise, it looks nice. This is fine. But overall, like, everything is quite nice only. It's not all bad. Like definitely we can improve and we can like polish it a bit further. But otherwise, it looks nice. Okay. Uh, Way too long. I know like it's become like this class becomes really long, but like I really can't like because there are lots of questions you guys have and plus like one like 40 minutes is not enough for that. So practice this. If you improve it, resubmit it. That is also fine, totally acceptable. And practice every day. And from tomorrow, like I'll check like what if you have submitted something, we'll check that, or we can like do this thing. Some start blocking out our this some cartoonish characters, very simplified, simple. Maybe some fish or fish kind of structure, or maybe some Pokemon or something like that. Very easy, simple, just to get to understand the volume and brushes and tools and get the hang of it, and then we'll move to our actual character Golem. Will Golem, or maybe like I'm going to submit quite like a nice reference cartoon. Like whatever you choose, make sure like this is like this cartoon or this thing is fine. Just make sure it's simple, and within a week you have to finish everything. It cannot escalate to the next week, because next week will be starting our main character. So within a week you have to finish. We create everything in the entire model in our ZBrush, and polypaint the model in ZBrush and render it out. The entire process will be doing in ZBrush only. So make sure it's a simple character, not very complex. Yes, you can cut your own concept of a Sakshi. So you have doubts. So we'll achieve it. Okay, okay. Your own concept, definitely you can do it, but make sure submit a reference or collage of your references, like combining thing, or a call out sheet, or a spec sheet, or like mood board or something, like by that I can understand what you're planning to create. So submit that at least. So otherwise it will be very difficult to understand. Create that and submit that thing. I'm currently developing the design. So do it quickly. We don't have much time. Do it quickly and submit it, because you can submit next week also. That is also fine. But and yes, Sakshi, you're asking something, sir. What is it use as reference will be final submission? Um, there will be more than one assignment to be submitted. Like finally or final submission? Like final, like right now, whatever we're doing, it's practice. It's just practice. This has nothing to do with the final submission. Final submission will create one full character. Full character. We create a high poly, we create a low poly, we unwrap it, we texture it, and we render it in this thing, Arnold in Maya. So it's going to, we are going to follow a production pipeline this time. Yes, reference for that. Yes, reference for the final character, not for the practice. So, like practice, like you can do your practice. That's totally fine. But like class, right now we're doing all these elements like face, nose, all these like facial features, all these things. Then we'll be doing one small character that we're going to finish within a week. Complete character in ZBrush, so that you understand the entire process. Then we'll start our actual character. And yes, I can access my access our station. Of C. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Pirate. Huh. So what you want to ask? Like what you are the details. Okay. Okay. I'll tell you something. Detailing is the easiest part. Detailing, like create a design, detail, or anything. It's the easiest portion of your sculpting. Getting the shape right and volume is the most difficult part. Detailing is very easy and simple. You can do it very, very quickly and easily. So, if you're worrying about like all these things, like you're thinking like this, all this pattern, design, and all these patterns, right? So this is something creating. This is very easy. It's like in like 5 minutes you can do that. In 5 minutes you can create the entire all these designs. That's not a very big deal and a very like big issue. It's the easiest process, and it's very simple. Yes, like creating something like this, it's a separate geometry. That time it becomes a bit tricky, and it's a separate geometry. But creating something like this is very easy. Like if I'll show you something, I'll do one more. Character. Okay, this is such thing. Yeah. So this won't be very difficult. So do one thing. Download this thing. Either texturing XYZ texture, this displacement map, or surface mimic displacement map for humans. Any one of them will work. Okay, so sir, if the speed or the character covered the close or wood, we need to make the inbuilt tools. Like for blocking, like for high poly, you have to make. For high poly, you have to just to get the volume right. For high poly, you can keep. Do not need to add any detail. Just keep the basic structure there. More than enough. No need to create tools and all those things. Not required. Just the basic structure is totally fine. Just to get the volume correct of the slots and folds and everything. And after that, like while creating low poly, we'll delete those areas. So no need to worry about those sections. So like just need to have the volume, that structure. That's it. Okay. And okay, ZBrush like detailing you are worried about. No need to worry about detailing. I'll just show you something. Okay, just give me a second. I'll just initialize ZBrush. Pattern. No. It's a play, right? So, okay, just give me a second. I'll download one pattern. Um, Save image. Desktop. Okay. So this is my main model. Suppose I want to like I create any design, anything, I can do that. But to add details, like as in your this reference, like you have all these patterns, all these designs. This is very simple and very easy to do it. I'll show the technique. Like suppose you have this plane, like your surface basic cloth fabric. Then top of it you want to create that pattern. So how to get like multiple ways to achieve it. Yeah, like one thing you can do is you can just simply click on control, go to mask, control D, subdivide your model couple of times, or you can use like either you can oh I have to follow this 3D. Then geometry shift S check. So I did a mistake. I just divided this thing. Following study. Now it's clean. And either I can use subdivide or I can use dynamic subdivision. Both work perfectly. Okay. Any one of them, but by default you can see dynamic subdivision shows you two subdivisions. You can use this or you can simply subdivide. You can use any one of them. So make sure it's quite a bit dense your mesh. Then there are like two different ways. I can do like there are lots of different ways. Import desktop, some pattern, like you have this kind of fabric, some pattern design going on, right? So pick this, it becomes like this. You focus it, make it 0. So I can see it's not that clean. That means I need more division. Control D, D. I can do like this, or I can click this pattern and then press space bar and move it and then place it here. You can do that as well. Once my design, this thing is here. inverted, I can simply point 001 extract. Oh, it's inverted by mistake. So it's like you see, like it's design this polygons. You have to make sure it's really clean. You can do the invert. Yeah. Not trying to increase the poly count even more, a bit further, and make sure it looks really nice. And or flip it. I can use this technique, or go to make sure go to lowest division, Z plug, UV. Yes, of course you can put it to detail. So unwrap. I unwrapped it and go and check the pattern version. Oh, I cannot check that because of this thing, but I can come here and check. I have UV, so more UV. It's a flat surface, right? Nice. So now I can go to displacement. For using displacement, you need to apply a map, take texture, and go to displacement, take your texture, intensity 0.01, or if you want to apply minus 0.01, perfectly snap to the surface, everything. And this is still in a preview mode. Still in a preview mode. So similarly, what I can do, suppose I want some design, some pattern, specifically in some region or some perfectly in a style. So what I can do, I can unwrap that, take it to this thing to Max, and then create the pattern in Photoshop or any other or Substance anywhere. Place it wherever I want. Substance, just place it wherever you want the pattern. Make it a black and white map. Bring it here. Use displacement. Displace it. Or you can import the mask and create a mask and extract it, right? There's so many techniques. You can use a displacement map, you can mask it, you can create a mask bike, you can create a model. Like suppose I have a mask. No, I have this mask. So alpha, you can see with alpha there's an option. I explained this thing previously also to mesh. It will create a mesh out of that particular thing. So I can create this entire. I have to invert this. Like suppose I go alpha, invert, inverted, and then click on this to mesh. You can create this entire pattern. So there's like so many techniques. You can like use UVs. You can just simply drag drop, or you can just simply use alpha, mask it, and create those things. So detailing like won't be very difficult. Getting the shape correct, getting those folds correct, that will be tricky. So that will take a lot of time. So the detailing won't take a lot of time, and we'll be doing all this thing in multiple layers, so that will be like quite easy. But the only thing I'm thinking because your entire batch, like for 30, 35 students, and if so like today I can see like around 20, 21 they have submitted, right? So if they have submitted, so I don't know, like I'll be able to focus on my character. But I'll try. I'll try my best to like cover everything because from next week one more class going to start. So I'm not sure I will be able to extend this particular class like for so long. Like I won't have this much time. One 40 time. So that's difficult. Uh, does that even mean? It's the highest number of submission ever for 3D. Kind of, yes. In this, like for from your batch, this is the highest number of submission I've ever got. Like around 21, 22 submissions. False. Then what? Like, but I don't know. Like after maybe after a week or something, like people will go back to their shell and stop doing things. So we'll be typing the reason. More, okay, there were more before. So before, who knows? I don't know anything. Okay, anyways, just practice, keep practice. Don't worry about like future, like your detailing and all those things. Don't worry, don't let those things get into your mind. Focus on the structure, plan out your entire thing, and like collect references. Start collecting references for your character already. Like what kind of material you want, what kind of texture you want, what kind of lighting you are looking for, what kind of design you are looking for. Start collecting those things and like preparation. Preparation is very important. So start preparing for those things and like we will be moving because there is not enough time. We're planning for 8 weeks thing. First, this is first week. So like 2 weeks will be for practice, and then the rest 6 weeks will be really uh, demanding. Like every day we'll do something and make sure complete at least that much because it's going to be really fast. That's something I'm informing you guys because every day you have to practice. If you miss it, it will be very difficult to catch up again. So it will be very difficult. So because this is how industry works. They give you time, they give you a product, they give you a reference, and they give you a final date. And within that period, no matter how you work it, they don't. Nobody cares about that, right? So we have to practice. Sir, are you going to explain the basic arithmetic question? We're going to mean character. Yes, that is something I'm going to explain because we are going to create the entire model from its sphere. When I'm not going to use the base model, reason you need to learn the basic structure also. But I don't know. From in your class, there's so many people already think, sir, why can't you use the base model? So why can't you can just simply download a model and add some detail and do it, finish it. So you won't learn it, right? So like if you want to learn, do it properly, and because this is something I guess you should understand. Basics are very important. If you don't learn the basics, no matter how many tricks you have in your kitty, it won't take you anywhere. Because in industry, people will judge you for everything. So, no, not that detailed, not that detailed. I'll take a sphere and I'll just sculpt the entire model. I showed you video, na? Like I'll take a sphere and I'll mark the landmark positions, nose, eyes, ears, and all those things, and start sculpting things, and then neck, shoulder, hands, torso, all those things one by one, like that. But I'll be doing really quickly, so pay really good attention.
सर कोई साईफाई मॉडल बना सकते हैं क्या इस बार फाइनल के लिए?
साई-फाई बिल्कुल बना सकते हैं, बिल्कुल
सर
बना सकते हैं। हम्म,
एक वीकेंड में एक फाइल था, हम बनाए थे ZBrush में, तो ट्यूटोरियल देख के तो थोड़ा एक बार देख लीजिए, उसी हिसाब से सोच रहे थे उसको कंटिन्यू करने का, अगर अच्छा है या नहीं है पता
हाँ
नहीं।
हाँ तो वही रेफरेंस चाहिए, सबमिट देन रेफरेंस दिखाओ मेरे को।
सर ठीक है सर, एक
व्हाट
फाइल यहाँ पे पोस्ट करते हैं, तो इमेज का
ठीक
फाइल
है,
बस।
ओके ओके। रीजन है कि देखो व्हाट आई एम मतलब लाइक व्हेनेवर आई वर्क लाइक आई व्हेनेवर आई क्रिएट समथिंग आई ट्राई टू मेक इट समथिंग नाइस जो मैं आपको पोर्टफोलियो में आई कैन ऐड वेरी इजीली। So always work for your portfolio. Focus on quality. और जो देखने में it should look nice. That's the only thing. Okay. Helmet. helmet. But okay, this is achievable, but the process is entirely different, and it will take a lot of time in ZBrush to create this clean hard surface. It's achievable. It's totally
तो
achievable.
ये बना चुके
Uh,
हैं।
अच्छा ये बना चुके हैं।
तो
तो
ये
बाकी
हेलमेट
बॉडी
बना
भी
दिया, तो बॉडी सोच रहा था क्या करेंगे उसका, बनाए या फिर उसी सबमिशन के लिए।
तो बॉडी भी तो फिर उसी लेवल का बनेगा फिर, सेम अमाउंट ऑफ डिटेल के साथ। इसका लो पॉली भी बनेगा राइट। फिर
यस।
लो पॉली नहीं बनेगा तो टेक्सचर नहीं हो सकता, टेक्सचर नहीं हो सकता तो रेंडर नहीं हो सकता। तो मतलब कर सकते हैं, डेफिनेटली कर सकते हैं। देखो देखो दिस लाइक इफ यू कैन पुल इट ऑफ, देखने में बहुत अच्छा लगेगा। बट रीजन थिंग इज लाइक हाउ हार्ड सरफेस वर्क कि ईच एंड एवरी पार्ट जितना भी कैन सी एवरीथिंग इज अ सेपरेट सब टूल। तो ये सब कुछ सेपरेट सेपरेट सब टूल में करके बनाया गया है। एंड देन व्हेन यू लो पॉली इट, इसके लिए you have to create a tube, इसके लिए you have to create a surface, and maybe all these groups are not required, but you have to create those surface, and then you have to bake everything, and then make sure that baking is perfectly clean. For the cartoon, it's just a poly paint and ZBrush, no loop oil, nothing, because there is not enough time for that. Because I can see like lots of you are struggling in ZBrush, so that's why. Because I know you class always complain about everything. I don't know like क्या कर सकता हूँ उसका. So practice this and get this thing right, and yeah, so that you can because the poly paint से भी you can do amazing texturing. Like बहुत अच्छा you can do like a really good quality texturing with poly paint. ऐसा again depends कि क्या कर रहे हैं. कितना टाइम बाकी है, 2 मिनट बाकी है. I'll show you. Welcome. Okay. This is something like I have created from a sphere. Where is my polygon for a time? Oh, it's wooden. And one more thing for texture, we're going to use Udemy. So इसीलिए सब कुछ like we do everything on time. Otherwise, like it will be very difficult to like do it. For polypaint, like for this thing, like for texturing and everything, we're going to use Udemy. So you should know that technique also. No, UDIM is a technique of UV and material, and we're going to use substance painter. Yes, substance painter, ZBrush, and all. So yeah, this is mm, and this is like all poly painted. You can like create nice detail, paint it, and then you can import that into export this texture, and then you can use it as your base and add all other details based on that. You can do it very easily.